Well, what's up, DIY Nation? It's your buddy Darren, DIY 1978 guy, back with another video. This one is going to be in the F150 daytime running lamp series. This is basically video 2B subsection 4 of paragraph C. And what that one actually talks about is using FORScan to change the DRL brightness, right? Again, I've said this in previous videos that I did on this topic. I don't really think this is going to make much of a difference on the DRL issue. Again, it's the light array issue, the vertical. I'll show you when I go around front. Again, just as a refresher, but somebody or a few people had actually suggested that changing the brightness of the daytime running lamp in FORScan, which I'll explain now that I've got all that sorted out too. If you watch my other videos, you know what I mean by that. But anyway, other people have suggested that potentially changing the brightness value in FORScan in the body control module, thus changing the brightness of the daytime running lamp, may actually cause that LED light array to light up, or get brighter, come back on, be normal again, join the team, stop being an outlier, you know, play nicely. Any one of the humorous anecdotes you want to, you know, apply to its being a lone wolf and wanting to be dim and not be a part of the team, and otherwise being a little brat of an LED array and not wanting to play nice with the other kids. So anyway, I figured I would record this short video doing the FORScan, explain what FORScan is, show you what how I do it and everything like this. We'll do some changes on the LED brightness, see if it makes a difference, and then we'll go from there. And then in the next video, which I'll likely film and hopefully today, I'll start tearing down that other headlight I have, open it up, try to figure out how it works. So stay tuned for that. But anyway, let's get set up. I'm going to show you something real quick in the front. This is, I'm going to reiterate what I was talking about in one of the previous videos about the importance, because we are doing module work, right? We're going to be writing code to the actual control modules inside the computer here. I went ahead and put my battery charger on here, which it just went down, and I don't know why, because it was just charging. But anyway, I put my battery charger on here to keep a good constant power supply going to the battery. Now my battery is new. This is more of a precautionary thing, but because we're writing to the modules and everything like that, I would hate for the battery to dip out, have an issue, something like that, cause low power, and then brick a module, and then I'm left with a much bigger problem than I originally set out to actually work on. So that said, I don't know why my charger just went down to 0. It could be that it just picked up enough charge or something like that. But anyway, this is a precautionary. I've got the charger on the battery to keep a constant flow of power going in. Once again, I've got the terminals connected to, well, obviously the positive is connected directly to the positive terminal, but the negative actually connects to the pole on top of the battery monitoring sensor here, right? And I explained in another video what that does. But anyway, it just allows the battery monitor to understand how much charge is going in and out of the battery. So I'm gonna go get set up back in the truck there. I'll show you what FORScan is, and I'll show you the adapter that I use to connect to the OBD2 port, OBD2 in the truck, and then we'll go from there. We'll make some changes. We'll see what the results are, and hopefully maybe we do see something. I don't know. This is the first time I'm doing this with this particular BCM code and changing brightness, so I'll be just as surprised as you are if something cool happens. So be right back. Okay, so as a frame of reference, I'm going to show you what the lights actually look like. Now, of course, they're flickering in your view here because that's just the way LEDs interact with the lens frame rate on the camera. But they are solid in my view. And again, once again, we have this issue with the LED light array, which is partially lit up inside here, and obviously the other ones that are there. So that's our control. That's what we're starting at. So let's get set up and make some changes. Be right back. All right, welcome back. So back in the truck here, got my computer set up. It is a Windows laptop and a mighty old one at that, but man, still a workhorse. So if you happen to see this activate Windows thing down in the corner of the screen, don't pay no mind to that. It's been saying that for years, but it still works, and this is really all I use it for, so no need to go through all that nonsense. But anyway, the link that I'm using to connect is OBD Link EX. Right, that's the one. I don't know if this is actually going to focus or not. This camera doesn't like to focus. Focus, camera. There. Nope. It's not gonna focus on this. But anyway, it is model EX101, OBD Solutions LLC. I got it off of Amazon. I'll put a link down in the description. So give me 1 second, and I have to make sure this is actually going to interface properly so that you guys don't have to go through that whole laborious process. Let me check that real quick, and I'll be right back. Okay, we are back. So the OBD2 plug is connected to the OBD2 port in the vehicle. I'm not going to show you where it is. It's under the dash in one of these things. If you don't know what that is, probably best to let somebody else do the OBD2 configuration for you or any kind of FORScan changes. But basically what happens is when you get excuse me, when you get it connected, you go into FORScan. You're going to go under this first menu right here, go under log, which is the default, and then you're going to click the connect button down here in the corner. Okay, and what that's going to do, that's actually going to fire it up. It's going to bring up the profile. Now, I've used FORScan before, so obviously I have some profiles in here. It's the same one. I don't know why it creates multiple, but I'm going to choose this guy, and then it's going to go through and do a discovery of all of my modules. Wait a minute. I stand corrected. That's why there's 2 of them. Sorry. Let's clear this out. Yes, I know it's been canceled. Of course, the one time I do this on camera, I clicked the wrong one. I do have a second profile in there from another vehicle. Sorry, I didn't see the 2019. That was another truck I worked on. Now, we got the correct one. It's 2021. This is what it's actually going to do. So it's going to go through and it's going to learn and discover all of the modules in this vehicle. And this might take a minute. Oh, might help if you turn the ignition on too. There we go. Things go a lot faster when you turn the ignition on. I'd say rookie mistake, but I've done this 100 times. It's just been a long time since I've done this. So there it goes. It goes through and discovers all of the modules, as you can see, right? It has a listing of what they all are, kind of what they do. And this by itself should really like make some people balk. Like back in the day, there used to be what, like maybe 2 or 3 computers in a vehicle, and this thing's got like some 20 plus. Anyway, this will give you a listing of all the modules that you found. So you're going to go down to the, let's see, I think it's, yeah, the one that looks like a circuit microchip. And in here you have all of your modules on the screen that has, and there's multiple listings of them, right? If you had ways to do the firmware updates, which I don't think you can through FORScan, I'm almost positive you can't, through FORScan, you would use that. So we're not going to worry about that. But they also have module configuration as built format. This actually has all of the hex values for all the different functions, and I'm going to show you in a second. And then they have another one on some of these where you'll have like, let's see, if we go down to the BCM, which is the one we're going to do, right? You have body control module configuration. Basically what this does, if you select it and click start, it's going to read all the blocks and it's going to bring it up. This basically gives you an actual textual list of all of the different things that the body control module controls. And in some of these, you can actually change these values instead of the hex values to get different features and functions to turn on, turn off, things like that. I don't know how many you can do, but I do know that I have gone through here a few times and adjusted some of these instead of actually doing the hex values, and was able to actually get the desired result on the way out. In this way, though, we're actually going to choose, excuse me, we're going to choose the as-built configuration, right? And this is the one that we want to actually do. Now, it's a good idea, obviously, it's going to give you a warning, right? Because they don't really want you to to change these, but it's also very strongly worded to make a backup of this. So once it's done discovering everything, there it is. Whoop. Here it is. So here is all of those hex values I was talking about, and there are a ton of them in here, right? So you can actually use the scroll bar, you know, to do this, to move through them a little bit faster. Now I've already taken a backup of this, so I have it already, but if you were going to take a backup, let's see if I remember how to do this. I took a backup of them a long time ago. Save all. There we go. We're going to save all these files, and there it is, and it saved it to a folder to basically be a text file that you can load back in if you need to rewrite this. But the value that we are wanting to go to is 72631, if I remember correctly. Let me see, I got some notes here. 7263801, and we're going to change these two characters, right? So let's scroll down. 7263801, and there it is. That's these values right here. Okay, and I'm looking at a very small screen on the camera, so I can't tell if you can actually read that or not. But anyway, these two values at the beginning of the second octet here are the ones that we're going to worry about changing. And again, in this these notes that I have, these different brightnesses, like if you change the number, the first two numbers, to whatever these numbers are, you're supposed to get that kind of brightness. So just out of curiosity, let's go ahead and change it to 100%, which would be 64, right? And then we're going to write, make sure the ignition's on. It is. We're going to click right. It's going to tell you incorrect checksum. So yes. You're going to see a bunch of flickering on the dash and everything, and it's going to come back on. It'll tell you it's done. It's going to ask you to cycle the ignition, which we are going to do. Ignition off, ignition back on. And now let's go outside and see if our daytime running lamps are actually much brighter. They should be. Let's see. Wow, looky there. Now it looks like it did it for both the headlight and the fog light, as you can see. And the reason why you don't see the flicker in the camera anymore is because this is full duty cycle, right? In order to get the half brightness, quarter brightness, 75% brightness, the body control module actually sends a quick pulse of electricity to these light arrays, right? And because of the nature of LEDs, particularly because they are instant on, instant off, your naked eye doesn't pick it up when you're looking at it, but in the camera, what you guys see is the flicker. Because this is at 100% duty cycle, this is basically like flipping on a full power switch, and there it is. So the moment of truth that we're actually looking for now is, did it change anything on the broken DRL? The top one is bright, the bottom one is bright, and this one is still being a stubborn pain in the you-know-what. So it apparently did not change anything. So we're going to bounce this down now just for another test. We'll bounce this down to say 50% and see what we actually get. So I will be right back. I have to handle a customer real quick. I'll be right back. All right, we are back. Where was I? I don't remember where I was whenever I stopped the last one. Oh yeah, I was had to throw a plug for my shirt here. My daughters always ask me, how come, can you guys see that? How come I don't wear the dad joke t-shirts? Because I am the dad joke guy. Just, again, totally irrelevant to the topic of this video, but I am the dad joke guy. All her friends know me as the dad joke guy, so she got me this shirt. So because she watches these videos too, you know, learning how to operate FORScan and work on trucks and everything else, not really, she only watches them to see if I mention her in them. So this is for you, baby. Dad jokes are what? almost empty, full, where is it? Full, okay. Fuel tank's full in the dad jokes. Back to FORScan. So, let me go back into this again. I did stop it. Let's see here. Let's reconnect. Yeah, that's the correct one. I don't know why it gave me the option the last time. This time it actually chose the correct one. There it goes. Oh, turn the ignition on. Yep, that always helps. It goes a lot faster, like I said, when you turn the ignition on. Boy, it is hotter than Elizabeth Hurley out here. So, alright, so we're going to go back to this guy here. And we're looking for the BCM. We're going to go back to that one. We want the as built. We're going to click start. Let that read. Yeah, I already took it back up there, buddy. Thank you very much. Alrighty. And we wait. There we go. Alright, so we're going to 72638. I do remember that. 7263801. So as you said, we changed it to 64 the last time. Like I said, I don't know if you guys can see that. Hopefully you can. Changed it to 64, and that was full brightness. So if we want to go 50%, we got to change it to 32. So let's go ahead and change. As you'll notice too, that when it threw up that error about incorrect hex data, right, we only changed the middle one, but it automatically changed the last octet too. Keep that in mind when you put it back to what it originally was. So we're going to change this to 32, and we're going to write, yeah, incorrect checksum data, and all the lights flash like we're having a party up in here. Let's cycle the ignition. Ignition's off. Ignition on. Feel like NASA over here. Okay, let's go see what our daytime running lamps look like now. This should be 50% brightness. I probably won't notice it, but you guys should see it in the... it didn't change anything. Kind of looks like it changed the fog light, but nope, it did not change anything. They are still just as bright. Strangely, this thing looks a little brighter than it was before. But it's still not playing nice. So, what do you say we try that again, shall we? Just to be thorough. Let's try that again. I'm gonna hang you guys up here while I do this. Alright, so 3200FD is what it changed to. So we have 32. Let's bring it down to 25% and see what it does. 19. We're gonna write this. Incorrect checksum. Bunch of flashing. Party time. Cycle the ignition. Hi. Ignition's back on. Okay. So let's go take a look now and see what Madam Ruby sees. Oh, now they look dimmer. And there you go. Now you guys can see the cycling flash in the camera lens again. I wonder why the 50% didn't change anything. That almost looks like it's back to what it was originally. So that one seems to be cycling a little bit more. And wow, it actually did in fact change the brightness of the broken one too. Gnarly. So the broken one is responding, it's just 90% dead. But it is actually changing with these FORScan changes. You know, just for craps and grins, this is an adult channel, so we can say that, right? Just for the heck of it, and I apologize for all the creaking crunching on my camera mount here. We're going to go ahead and change this to, let's do the 75%. See what happens. That's going to be 4 Bravo. Make sure we change the right one. 4 Bravo. Right. Yeah. Party time. Lights are flashing. The hood is ajar. No. It's a hood. Cycle the ignition. 1 Louisiana, 2 Mississippi, 3 Alabama. Go. Back on. Okay. Well, they look a little brighter in the reflection. Let's go see, shall we? I know this seems very repetitive. Nope, apparently it likes the 25% and it likes the 100% and apparently the factory one, because now it's back to like full brightness again. I wonder, okay, but you can tell, like I said, this broken one is brighter than it was before, and it is also not flickering. So I didn't turn the parking lights off when I did it that time, so I'm gonna turn the parking lights off and I'm gonna try a rewrite of it again and see if that is the reason why it's not accepting that code. So let's see here. So we're gonna keep 4 Bravo, no changes, nothing to do. 4 Bravo. Nope. Alright, so I have to change it to something else. Let's see. That was 75%. Let's try, we did 25%. We did, let's try the 30, or excuse me, the 50% one more time. And that's going to be 32. I don't think I turned the parking lights off the last time. They're off this time. Okay. So let's write it. Ignition's on. Flashy flash. Flash flash. You can see the light back there. It's like a party. Okay. Cycle the ignition. 1 California, 2 New York, 3 New Mexico. And we are back on. Okay. So this is supposed to be 50%. So we should see some, if it took it, or if it actually accepts that code, we should see it cycling a little bit. Alright, before I show you, nope, looks the same to me. So it don't like 50. Well, the fog light had a little flicker to it, unless that's just the nature of the camera. But anyway, there you go. Some of them work, some don't. But realistically, yeah, see? That one's flickering a little bit. It's like some of them are and some aren't. That's kind of weird. Definitely not that one. But as you can see, while this thing does change a little bit, it is not coming back to full life. So, what have we learned? We have learned that in this particular case, FORScan does not actually fix the problem. Now, I'm going to go, again, pardon me for the creaking in the camera, I'm actually going to go and find the code that you plug in to turn the DRLs off, because it bothers me a lot that thing's like that. Bothers me even more every time I see a truck driving down the road coming at me and they all work. So anyway, I'm gonna go find the code to turn those completely off, but I want to do this quick video. I know realistically it probably wasn't that quick of a video, but I want to do a quick video just to see if changing the FORScan settings had any impact on the broken DRL. To my surprise, it actually does. It does change the brightness of that broken DRL consistently like it does the other ones. However, it does not bring it back to life. Perplexing. Absolutely perplexing. We know it's inside the light. We know it travels with the light. We know the ballast doesn't have anything to do with it. So it is that LED array specifically. I can't wait to get into that headlight and figure out what the hell's going on, if we can. So anyway, this has been another video in the series of the 2021 and up F150 daytime running lamp LED array issue. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you're finding these entertaining, informative, any other cool descriptive word. Thank you again for all the support. Please like and subscribe. All the comments, all the feedback I've been getting, not only just on the YouTube page, but through Facebook and just people calling me, messaging me, things like that. The feedback's been great. I did launch a DIY 1978 guy Facebook page. So if you'd like to go follow that, I will be posting my content on there as well. It's kind of like the official social media presence. Not a TikToker, so probably won't put it up there. Just for the sake of, again, this happened the other day. I was so excited about that. I literally just had this windshield changed less than a year ago. So I get to contend with that too. Maybe I'll do a video on sealing that up before it goes all the way across. Anyway, again, thank you very much for all the support. Please like and subscribe. I'll see you guys on the next video. DIY 1978 guy. Peace out.